Ah, the United States of America, land of the free and home of the brave. For nearly 250 years, our country has gone through trials and tribulations to keep our system running smoothly, from civil war to economic depression. But wait, I hear you ask, how does it all work? Well, my friend, today we shall go over that, and perhaps you will learn how our system works. How it all began. It all started in 1776 when the 13 colonies, them being New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, grew tired of the monarchy of the British Empire, an abundance of unwanted taxes and no representation in Parliament, and decided to revolt. Led by General George Washington, we fought long and hard, and eventually gained independence in 1783. We found ourselves in need of a government after the Articles of Confederation failed in 1789, and we created the Constitution, the ultimate law of the land for the states. We then elected George Washington to be our first president, and he served 2 terms, humbly retiring to his home in Mount Vernon, Virginia in 1797. But handsome narrator, I hear you say, that was then and this is now. Does it still work the same? Well, hold your horses and I will tell you. Yes. The way our government works has not changed much in the past 248 years. Our Constitution has changed, however, adding new rights and freedoms for all American citizens. Now, let us dive in and find out how exactly the government works. How the cogs turn. The American government consists of political parties. The main 2 are the Democrats and Republicans. George Washington actually preached against the 2-party system as he feared it would lead to divisiveness among our system and people. Oh, how right he was. Our federal government is made up of 3 branches. This is so they can keep one another in check and maintain balance. The 3 branches are the legislative, executive, and judicial branch. These 3 branches are structured in such a way that it is nearly impossible for one to take control, preventing those dastardly dictators from appearing in our government. Each has something over the other, preventing one from becoming the dominant branch. The legislative branch creates laws. Congress is what makes up the legislative branch. Congress consists of 2 bodies, the House of Representatives and the Senate. The House of Representatives is proportional to each state's population. For example, California has 53 seats, whereas Wyoming only has 1. The Senate, however, requires 2 senators from each state. This ensures equal representation. The way the Congress is structured is to see to it that each state has a fair say in the laws we create. The executive branch enforces the law. It is led by the President of the United States. The President is elected every 4 years by a national election and can only serve up to 2 terms, a rule created after the 4-term presidency of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Under the President is the Vice President, then multiple cabinet departments led by different secretaries, such as State, Defense, Transportation, Agriculture, and many more. The President is allowed to veto a law passed by Congress. This serves as a check to their power, if needed. However, the Congress can override the veto with a 2/3 vote. They are also allowed to impeach the president if the situation calls for it. Finally, we have the judicial branch. They are responsible for interpreting laws. They decide whether laws are constitutional or not, and can settle cases and lawsuits. It is made up of the court system, the Supreme Court, which is the top dog in the United States. The Supreme Court is led by the Chief Justice and 8 associate justices. Beneath them are the Court of Appeals and the district courts. Each state has its own court system as well, which allows them to interpret laws in their own way, which can be appealed to the federal courts. Judges on the federal level are appointed to life terms by the sitting president. They can be impeached by Congress as well. Now hold on just a minute, you interject. How do I take part in the elections? Well, if you would stop interrupting me, I'll get there. How to vote. Voting is a simple process when you get to the brass tacks. First, you have to be 18 or older. Once you've accomplished that, then you must register to vote. This can be done online or by mail. Congratulations! You are now able to vote in elections. Simply choose the desired candidate for the desired position. Remember that it's not wise to share who you voted for with strangers. Most in-person polling places will offer private sections to vote, so no peeking. Once you have filled out your ballot, turn it in or mail it out. And there you have it. You have now participated in a United States election. Go you! So now you have learned the history of our government, how it works, and how to vote. Remember that it's best to vote based on who you think is the better choice for our country, not based on who you like or hate more. Keep up to date on political coverage and an open mind about our society, as you never know what changes can come based on the name you fill in. Stay safe, happy voting, and God bless America.